I have like pieces missing. Like I had a lot of pieces missing. Like I was just out of it. And I've been out of it for a long time, like more than a year, low key, but I'll have these little moments where I might get a piece, I might get two pieces, and they connect to my puzzle, but then I lose a piece again. So it's like,
everywhere I turn, people are sad or depressed or angry all the time. Maybe I'm just looking at this whole thing through a microscope and there's a bigger picture out there, hopefully. But from my experience, I think it's safe to say being happy is no longer normal. Hi, my name is Zagna and welcome to The Diner. Are you hungry? Right now, I feel like I'm the outcast, but I'm used to that feeling. It's normal to me. However, right now it feels really weird. We're in a place where instead of someone being an outcast because they listen to metal or trade Pokemon cards, they're an outcast because they're happy. Let that sink in. The day that I started thinking about all of this was 3 years ago, so I'm gonna tell you a story. Hit the like button, close your eyes, relax, and just listen. I was meeting up with some friends. We were gonna hang out at one of their homes. I show up to the house, knock on the front door, one of them lets me in. So I walk in and there's about 5 people there, but there's way more people upstairs and downstairs and some people in other rooms too. Some people are on the couch and other people are using chairs. I could smell that someone made some spaghetti, which was really good by the way. There's some lo-fi playing over the speakers. You can barely hear it though. And iCarly was on the TV. Yes, it is possible to listen to lo-fi and watch a show at the same time. Now I'm standing by the front door, walking towards the couch, and I'm saying hi to everyone. And most conversations start the same way. Hey, how are you? What's up? How you been? But instead of saying good, this group was honest about how life was actually going. The responses were usually still depressed, still broke, still stressed, hate my life, I want to jump off a cliff, or look what I got from Shein. That's right, it's not Shein. Mind blown. So I expected that from them. But then I sat down on the couch next to a friend I was close with, and she hit me with a simple question. What about you? And I said, life is going really well. I'm really happy. And it was like I told the entire living room I was pregnant. You heard, oh, really? Must be nice. What's that like? But my friend that asked me, what about you, was stunned. No response for a good 3 seconds. It was like a system reset, like she couldn't process what I just told her. She was so conditioned to everyone and everything around her being bad, dull, and depressing all the time. Hearing good news was like a fairy tale, and even if she did something that would bring her joy, it was a distraction, a temporary fix, and I don't think that'll ever change. It was almost a competition in that group to see who could be the most depressed, who could have the saddest life, who could have the worst life possible. And getting the question of how are you from their friend brought them the most joy. Not because they had good news to share, nobody cares about that. It's actually the opposite. It was always their moment to shine, a moment to brag about how everything was wrong in their life. They didn't want a shoulder to cry on, they wanted to drown you in their tears. Which puts you in the position of, am I the bad friend if I'm tired of hearing about how bad your life is? Or am I a good friend if I continue to let you torture me? Because there's no way people think that telling their friends bad news every single day will have no effect on them, because it does. Group wasn't helping each other, they were enabling negative behavior, getting everyone more comfortable and proud of their sadness. It allowed me to take a step back and realize this is a really sad group of people, and I don't think I should be friends with them anymore.
Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done.
And I know, you should be able to count on your friends. That's your support system, and it's okay to be going through something. But when you spend more time crying about your life and bragging about how bad it is than actually fixing it, you're not falling back on your support system, you're destroying it. It was almost like they forgot that the default goal people have in life is to be happy, or that happy people exist. Maybe they don't think it's possible for them. And yes, a lot of people want to be successful, that is a goal, but there are a lot of successful people that are not happy. Just always keep in mind that happiness is the goal. No matter how long you've been in a place where you're stressed or feeling down, don't fall into the trap of being comfortable living like that forever. When you go out to buy stuff, what's the conversation you always have? How's it going? Find everything okay? Most people default to the same answer. Good? You? Pretty good? And if you want to spice it up, you may give a, I'm actually pretty swell. But if your dog just died, no one shares that with a lady that works at Walmart.
Kevin, your dog just died.
which shows you how often everyone lies. It's up to you if you think that's a bad thing or not. We've been having the same autopilot conversation with friends, family, and customer service for so long that if you actually answer the question, you may be considered a psychopath.
How you doing? I'm actually doing really well. It's fun. Oh, what is that you're doing with your mouth? Are you actually answering that question? Yeah, you asked me how I was doing. You are a stranger. Why would I care how you're doing? I don't even care how my family's doing. It's a rhetorical question. You're just supposed to say how you doing back. It's like asking someone if they like spam call. Well, it gives me someone to talk to, so I don't mind spam calls. And plus, I've been having a really good day. I stopped burning when I pee. I scored some Machine Gun Kelly tickets. And what are you doing with that knife? You haven't said a single thing that an actual human being would say. Machine Gun Kelly tickets. And plus, I knew something was up with you when you were smiling. I know a skin suit when I see one. And I'm looking right at one, brother.
If you don't believe me, the next time you go buy something, do this. When you're in checkout or drive-thru and they ask, "Hey, how are you? How's it going?" Say absolutely terrible. And if you want to troll, you can add in, "I had to watch my fish drown," and just watch or listen to the response. There's not much they can do, and even if they wanted to help, they have a line. They gotta keep things moving. You can tell them that you're joking, or maybe things are absolutely terrible for you and it's not a joke. And I know you shouldn't put that burden on strangers. They don't get paid enough. They're not your therapist. It's just what they have to do for their job. And you know what I say to that? You know what my response is? If you don't want to know how I'm doing, don't ask. So, the big question we have to ask everyone is, being happy no longer normal? And I think it just depends on your circle. The internet swarms you with depression memes and TikToks, so through that lens, oh yeah, depression is the norm. Happiness is not. Maybe your family is negative and you're a positive person, so the same thing applies. And in my case, I think the strangers around me are the happiest people ever. Not on Instagram, not on TikTok, but everywhere I go in real life. Maybe they're faking it. Maybe there's some pain behind their smile. Or I always catch them on a good day, maybe a good week. Everyone goes through stuff, I know that, but I don't know them well enough to dig up the truth, and honestly, I have no interest in doing so. Even if they are faking their happiness, that still leaves a positive impact on my day. I think that's perfectly fine. We don't have to save everyone. We don't have to be a therapist for everyone we encounter. Maybe faking a smile makes them feel stronger, more confident, and when someone says they're fine, maybe there's no need to say, "Are you sure? What's really going on? You can tell me," because on that day, they chose to show what they wanted to the world. And even if they want to fake it till they make it, maybe, just maybe, one day they'll make it after all. And by doing a mental health check-in with them every single day, you're just slowing down that process. And I'll leave you with this. Sometimes what you see isn't changing at all. The only thing that's changing is the way you see it. Lasagna has been served. Good night, everyone.
Hey, how you doing? Well, I'm doing just fine.